a note on course policy statements, and of course you can just read these things through. And as always, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. And I realize here, as I keep saying it over and over and over again, and yet I do know that sometimes people just wait too long and then they're embarrassed to ask, and just don't be. Uh, my goal is to help you get these things done and get them done well. And if you're having any obstacles to that, I need to know about that so that I can come alongside support, provide a different vantage point, whatever the case may be. So there's a bunch of course policy statements that are embedded in every Moodle class, and then what's written here in the syllabus is an exception to these things. So course attendance policy, you're expected to be part of this. This is a weekly thing. You can work ahead. Definitely. I'm going to open up at 2 or 3 weeks in advance if I can, and look ahead, see what's coming, plan wisely, especially with Easter coming in here, and other things that you've probably got going on in your life. So plan ahead, but you got to keep up. When you fall behind, it's just going to snowball on you and get out of control. So keep up to pace, work ahead, and everything's out in advance. So there's really no reason, short of family life emergencies, to not be able to keep up, because you've known, you're going to be in this class, and hopefully you've made some time to make this happen in a reality. So final grades, pretty standard, a 95% to 100, that's your A's. And then you can see all the way down, 94% is your A minus, and then it's broken down in basically windows of 3 grades for your B's, and then C's. And then F, anything under 69% is an F at Fuller. 70 is the kind of the passing grade, and there's no D's at Fuller. And none of my grade rubrics have grades for that space. So you either met the outcome, and you're going to get that at least to 70%, or you hadn't. And in which case, there's a 0. And if you're running into zeros and you need to rebuild or retry some of the assignments because you've really disconnected with it for whatever reason, let me know. We'll walk our way through that, and we'll kind of cover that as we go. So course grading policy statements, grades, they're an important part of every class, and how much you want to go after, how grades are important, how much they are important to you, I should say. That's up to you. But here's the policy statements. If you're trying to get 100% and that's what your goal is, here's some of the things you need to know. So I've put the criteria of everything in the syllabus, and it's also included on the Moodle site, so you got 2 hopefully easy places to go. If there's any conflict in the Moodle site or in the syllabus is the law, so to speak. So you can always appeal to the syllabus. This is your final statement, and protection for both you and me. So if you haven't got everything done by the end of the quarter, you can get an F. That does happen to some people, but incompletes are possible. If for something has come up, talk with me. Talk with your vocational advisor. Don't just drop out of the class or disappear. There's often always options and ways that we can work with you to help you succeed. And that's the goal, is to help you succeed. So due dates are listed in the course syllabus and on Moodle. Late work policy. All work is deemed late if it's stamped by Moodle after the syllabus due date, and it will receive a 0 in the grade book. So what will happen is after the day assignments are due, I've set the next day to do our grading. And if there's no assignment there present, I will put a 0 in and make a notation that no assignment was submitted, and that will stick. That's your grade. Maybe you'll get an assignment in later, maybe not, but I'm not planning on going back. There isn't going to be time with 50 students and everything else going on. You guys are busy. I'm busy. We all know that. So it's really important. It will receive a 0 in the grade book, and it will stay. And if I get a chance and there's a real crisis, maybe I'll try to get back and give you a grade, but I can't promise it. Lots going on in my life and your life too. But the opposite end of it is, if you're having a problem and you can let me know in advance, perhaps I can work with you. But anything after the fact, again, it's just past, and we've got to keep moving forward. The 10 weeks go by very quickly, and if 3, 4, or 5 people start falling behind, and all of a sudden I'm trying to figure out how to catch grade 5, 10, 15 more things, the other students won't get their responses back from me that they needed in the time that they needed to get their job done. So it's kind of like clockwork. It has to happen together, and I'm pretty big on enforcing those things. You're going to use Moodle to turn anything in. If you're having any technological difficulties, email me the completed assignment directly. But this is an online class, so it requires digital tools, and as such, this is digital failure doesn't really count. You knew it was going to be a digital class. And so just saying that my computer died or something like that isn't, find another one. There's so many laptops or iPads or whatever in this world, you can get it done one way or the other. So technology is not an excuse for not getting something done on time. So requested and incomplete. Now, life happens, and I get that, and I understand that. So in extenuating circumstances, you can file an incomplete. And extenuating are things that you would not have reasonably known before the beginning of the quarter. Students have lost jobs during the quarters. Grandmas get sick. You have to be a part of something with the family that you did not know and expect. And I'll work with you on that, and the registrar is pretty big on that too. But if it happened before the quarter, then you already knew when you came in. And by very definition, it's not an extenuating circumstance. So if you're carrying a lot of incompletes from other quarters and you're just getting buried under that, this may not be the time to continue on. You might want to take a break and get caught up. So basically, if it was already existing before this quarter began, it's by definition not extenuating. So if things are going bad, we want to come alongside you. Fuller has some tools to help out with that, and definitely use them and leverage them to your full advantage. One other piece here I want to highlight is this informed consent. Fuller is studying and researching these courses quite intensively, intentionally, I guess I should say. And if you want to keep your stuff out of the kind of the broader conversation, anything you write in this course, pretty much any course at Fuller, can be looked at and included in an assessment. And if you want this pulled out, there's a place to put your name, print this off, and send it to William Gutierrez at fuller.edu. There you go. His name is Ryan, but he goes by Ryan. His email is William Gutierrez, and let him know, and he'll work on that. All right. So those are the policy statements. If you have any questions about those, don't wait until they start piling up against you to talk to me about it. Talk to me as soon as you possibly can. It's a lot easier to hit a small hole the farther out we plan, and the better chance we have to guide our way through. So the sooner you can talk, or things aren't going right, let me know. The sooner you can let me know, the better chance for success all the way around. All right. Thanks.